Be the MacGyver you always knew you could be. We found a guy who can put those household objects to heroic use. Plus, does the wizard still need food badly? And is the elf still about to die? My First 50 checks out the revamped Gauntlet. And Miki Mia waxes nostalgic about her role in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and then she waxes painful on one of us. Now, we're very discreet, yes, but we will haunt your dreams. We're Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Everybody, welcome to the show and happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday indeed, Sarah. It's
How are
Attack
you,
of the
Kevin?
Show. I'm great.
Good.
I'm psyched. I got a concert tonight. I'm going to see Panic at the Disco at the
You
Troubadour.
didn't invite me to go.
Of course I didn't.
Oh. Well, I hope you have a really good time.
I will.
We're all glad to have you guys here as well. You know, Kevin, I was thinking about we're coming into the holidays. We've only got 1 week left until a couple weeks of best of shows. So for us around here, this is kind of our final stretch.
This is the light at the end of the tunnel, which we all thought was a train, but it turns out it's a break. Very nice.
Exactly. And I've been going to a lot of movies lately and I've been really liking them. But what's kind of weird is that it seems like we're having our big summer blockbuster time of movies now rather than in the summer. We didn't have any blockbusters in the summer, none of which did very well.
We had complete flops, and that was about it. We had a lot of hype.
And there was a lot of talk about, that Hollywood is really hurting, the DVD industry and pirated movies.
You BitTorrent kids are ruining us.
Nobody's even going to the theater anymore. Popcorn is dead, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Now we've got, the Harry Potter movie just opened a few weeks ago, did very well.
Well, and it was a good movie. Maybe that's why.
It was a good movie, but it wasn't, released in July. It was released in November.
Sure.
And then, of course, The Chronicles of Narnia released last weekend.
Did very well.
Lots of hype. Seemed to live up to it. $67 million over the weekend.
That's not bad.
Pretty good opening. And then, of course, King Kong expected to be the biggest box office smash ever,
I don't know.
ever.
I think, and some people are going back and forth, and I don't want to Jimmy the Geek ya, but what's the over-under? What do you think the odds are? Will this be the highest-grossing movie ever released?
I think it has. I certainly think it has potential because King Kong was such a beloved movie back in its original, 1930s. Any movie buff will tell you what a wonderful movie and what an absolutely amazing movie it was for its time.
Yeah. And Peter Jackson, he's got the hype train going.
Have you
for
ever
him.
heard anybody say anything bad about Peter Jackson?
Except
that he was fat and he's not even fat anymore.
Right, that's a plus.
I mean,
that's good.
It's like
worked for Jared.
Right. And then of course, if you think about the movies over the summer, Kingdom of Heaven.
No. What about Must Love Dogs?
Dukes of Hazzard. Dukes of Hazzard.
And Stealth.
What was Stealth?
That was the plane. It was the aircraft. The computer had DNA in it.
I don't even recall this movie.
A bolt of lightning hit it.
And that was a big summer blockbuster. So.
No, it was a big.
So I don't know. I think we're in a new era for Hollywood movies. I think all the Oscar contenders also want to be the big blockbusters.
Sure.
And things are changing, everybody.
Yeah. Definitely.
The times, they are a changing, Kevin.
They do tend to do that, Sarah. I don't really pay attention, though, because I'm not one to go to the movies anymore. There's nothing that there's nothing that tickles my fancy. See, I like interactivity. I like being at home alone.
I see where we're going
playing
with this.
video games.
Sure.
And that's what I'm going to do right now.
With
Is
one
talk about a
hand?
video game. Exactly. Tied behind my back.
I know you.
Honestly.
I know you.
Promise. This is a very cool game. It was out last year. Some people played the original one called Samaros. Now the sequel is out. This is Samaros 2. And as you can see, aliens are visiting you. And oh no!
They're taking your pooch.
They're dog nappers. They don't know any better. They're just they're hungry. They're just hanging out. So they're making off with your dog, and you're up here asleep. And oh look, there you are.
Oh my God!
Wait, no. It's even better. Listen to him. Hold on. Wait. Hey! He just kind of does this half-hearted whimper. But it's by
sorry for the guy.
Amanita Design. Amanita Design. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but they put out these really great little flash games, and now Samaros 2 is out. Like I said, and what's great is that this is the return of the point-and-click adventure game. Like back in the days of the LucasArts type games, the Sam & Max's, the Day of the Tentacles. You remember? Used to spend all weekend playing full throttle, point-and-click
games I've always really liked because it doesn't require a lot of fancy handwork. For those of us who aren't that good with the Xboxes and PlayStations.
You're horrible with your hands. But with this game, you can literally just hunt around and you're not controlling the main character, which is great. You're more controlling the environment, which is what's fantastic. So your character's sort of reacting. So like this is a puzzle on one of the little chapters. You knock his child off, and then you go and you cork up the pipe, which you need to do in order to get the water to flow.
Oh, so instead of trying to get him to do things, it's what you do that influences his actions.
Right, yeah,
That's
exactly.
kinda
Yeah,
neat.
sometimes you are driving him, but other times you're driving the environment around him, which is great. And this, it's made by a very small team, which I dig. They did the Polyphonic Spree game, which is
Okay.
nice. They also did the Nike, the little Rocket Boom, or the Rocket Kid Flash game. So it's very good, and plus they're selling it now. So for $10, you can get the part of the game that you can't get online in downloadable form. So I support it. I think everybody should
like
check
the
it
look
out.
of it.
Samaroast2.net. And then finally, have you heard of the Powerball?
Powerball, like the lottery Powerball?
No, not the lottery
Okay.
Powerball. This
I
is
heard of that.
the fitness craze, the Powerball.
The fitness craze called Powerball? I have not.
It's been going on for a while, but it's now like really just getting attention. It's like the size of a tennis ball. It's got a gyroscope in it, and so
This is the ball
This is
itself.
the Powerball itself. And you
Okay.
spin it, and you get it. Ours broke. I had one here. We had one for the office.
It's one of the, like, once the force gets going,
Yes.
then it's kind of...
Yeah, and you're just spinning it with your forearms, and you're getting it going great for the point and clickers out there. You get those forearm muscles going, and the harder you shake it, you spin it, the harder it is to hold on to because of some sort of Newton's law of force of gravity or
supposed to
something.
build up your forearms?
Yes.
So
And
it's an exercise.
It is an exercise,
Okay.
and it's a good workout. I've actually used one, but apparently there's a world champion out at this. Like, I'm not kidding. This isn't a put
Powerball
on.
champion?
There is like a Powerball. There must be like a league or like an underground ladder. Maybe it's like Mortal Kombat guys get together and well, here it is. This is Akis.
Whoa,
Yeah, he's a world
whoa.
champ.
Are we
The
running
problem
the right
is,
video here?
no. This is right. This isn't some dude just rubbing one out in his mom's living room.
Oh, this is the Powerball.
This is the World
Oh, my
Powerball
goodness.
Championship. I
Oh
know
my-
it looks like he's
oh
like
my God.
It looks like he's taming the sea cucumber or something, but he's
I'm
actually
blushing.
working out his forearm. And if you hear that, love it. It looks like
I
he's
feel
having
like
a
I'm not
seizure.
supposed to be looking at them.
That's what's so wrong about it.
It
That,
is.
and again, I've used one of these, so like I respect it. Like it's hard to get going that
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
It sounds like a Hamilton Beach blender on puree. That's actually like the little Powerball making that noise. Very, very powerful man, that Akis, but the video just looks a little wrong. So
Wow.
check it out in the
Now, you've
comfort of your
used
own
it. I
home.
mean, does it really help you build
yeah.
up your forearm
Oh, yeah.
for
It'll rip you out for the point and click adventures.
the point and click
as we
adventures?
like to call them.
Or whatever it is you do with your right hand?
Can we move on, Sarah?
Yeah.
Good. In honor of our guest today, Miki Mia, and the release of the 40-Year-Old Virgin DVD, of course.
Very funny.
We want to hear you little dirty sluts. Call us. That's what we want to hear. And tell us about the first time that you had sex. Yes, assuming, of course, that it's actually happened. If
Well,
not,
this should be good.
It should
Assuming
be
it's
good.
actually happened.
right.
Oh,
If it hasn't, no, it's all right. You got about 25 minutes to lose your innocence. Give us a call, 800-839.
And then tell us how awkward it was.
7880. Yeah.
And that it only lasted 5 seconds.
I had to hurry during the
And my
commercial break.
mom walked in and
Oh,
she never talked to me again.
I told her I was just playing with the Powerball. Of course, you can always email
to be
us
12 again.
through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/askus. And we're not kidding, by the way. Call us.
Yeah, please. Or get your chat on in our IRC chat room. Just go to chat.g4tv.com. And our callers and chatters today will receive a copy of the 40-Year-Old Virgin DVD.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. All right, Brendan.
That's a great idea. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Stick around, folks, because I will put my reputation on the line as the hairiest AOTS host with 40-Year-Old Virgin waxer Miki Mia next.
5 reasons why Richard Pryor's death sucks. He was born in a brothel. His grandmother was the madam. He set himself on fire freebasing cocaine, and it helped his career. He co-wrote Blazing Saddles. He made Gene Wilder palatable to urban audiences. He was only 65 years old.
Sometimes there are those special scenes that turn good comedies into instant classics. In the 40-Year-Old Virgin, that scene involved obscene amounts of chest hair, strips of wax-coated paper, and our guest, Miki Mia.
This is your first time getting body waxed?
Yes, it is.
Take off your shirt.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna need more wax!
I'm staying. This is gonna be good.
And clear all my appointments in the afternoon.
Here we go. Oh, that feels warm.
I like your sweater. Does that come in a V-neck?
If she starts doing his pubes, I'm out of here.
You gonna look good after this, man.
Thanks, man.
So ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you! No. Welcome, Miki. How are you?
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good. They're a very, very funny scene in that movie. One of the best ones.
Thank
You're an actress,
Yes.
but you also wax for a living. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I grown up waxing people because my auntie owns a salon in Tokyo, and yeah, that's how I got this job.
So you're probably the world's first waxtress.
Waxtress,
Right.
that's right. You're the first one named me, right?
Well, that's right. You put it on your business cards. We're going to talk after this.
Yeah, thanks.
So in the movie, that was his real hair. So you guys only had one chance to get it right, right?
Oh yeah, and then 2 months to prepare for it, and everybody were nervous and wanted to get over with, and it took about 4 or 5 hours altogether.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just to get all that done, looks like it would take 25 seconds.
Well, I couldn't make mistakes, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you do that for a living? You were just nervous when the movie cameras
Oh
were there?
no, for the camera,
Yeah.
because they say, oh, you can't pull this way, you gotta go this way. So I had to kind of cheat all over, and I wasn't sure if I could pull them.
Did you know he was going to scream when you did it, or did you have a hunch?
No, I thought he'll be like much more like
Really?
quiet and.
He calls you some pretty nasty names there, too. You didn't take it personally or anything, did you?
No, but yeah, they were quite nasty. Some I couldn't even understand much, but.
Well, maybe later after the show I'll explain what they really mean. That was his real blood, and you only had one chance. And I regret that I'm actually going to say this because they asked me if I wanted to interview yourself, but there was one condition, and that was that I would have to get my own chest waxed. So we're about to do this. I'm going to have you take over, right?
Right.
I'm going to take off my microphone / shirt here, okay? And then
Great.
you're going to do your worst.
Yes.
And I don't have as much hair as your average Steve Carell, but, you know, I'm there. I'm of Irish descent, so, you know, we don't have a lot of hair.
Well, but it's gonna be pretty.
Okay,
Yes.
so now shirts off, mic off.
Okay.
I've got my other microphone here on my other necklace. Oh, okay, that's very funny. All right, I'm going to lay down, and I want you to kind of do what you got to
Could
do.
you put your head that way,
Yes,
please?
yes, ma'am. Now,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna wax this part first.
Okay, so go
Can
ahead and
I
move
move
the
your
mic.
mic
Yes,
a little
you can.
bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to do first?
I'm gonna put powder first,
Okay.
so I can make it less pain for you.
Sure.
Now, can you skip the powder, Miki?
Skip the
Let's
powder.
just skip the powder. Let's
Don't
just
listen to
go
what he
right to
says,
the wax.
Miki.
Wow, really?
Whatever
Yeah,
happens,
don't worry
do
about
not
the
listen to
powder. It's
Kevin
bad for
Burke.
television.
Okay.
Just so you know, Brendan, this hurts really bad.
Is it like the Brazilian I got last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like that.
That's
Okay.
too much information.
Yeah, that was a little
Uh-oh.
TMI.
I did that for another show.
So no powder for sure?
Yeah,
No, do the powder.
No,
Please
no.
No, do something. Do whatever you did to Steve Carell, because I want to see if it really
Okay, I'll
hurts as
put
bad.
tiny bit.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. He doesn't.
yeah.
He's a big boy. He's good.
How's the
He has
glare?
a very high tolerance for pain.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, hey,
That's
Brendan,
good to
remember you're
know.
like, let's play with this shocking little video game controller. Yeah. Skip the powder. Miki.
Payback. Yeah, payback is something else, huh,
This
Kevin?
is going to be bad.
That's attractive.
All right, so you just put baby powder on me? That was
Yes.
step one. Okay.
You ready?
Yes. God, this is so stupid.
We're ready. That's for sure. Oh, yeah.
That's warm.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's almost hot.
It's hot wax, Brendan.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, if it's not hot, I cannot pull the
okay.
hairs out.
Yes.
Wait.
It's gonna be more painful.
Miki, please.
So I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Please don't do it.
Too late. You big boy, you can
God.
handle it.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's me. So,
Oh!
Kevin Pereira!
what?
That stings!
Oh,
my God! Oh, show that to the camera.
I want to sell that on eBay.
Disgusting.
I want to put that on eBay tomorrow.
Oh, 29 years of hair growth. It's
Oh, wow.
So, you know what? Help me out. Get the
Yes.
rest of them there.
You know what? It was like a bumpy area. I couldn't get that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, excuses. This
He's
is bad.
shaking.
All right, one more time.
Okay.
He's shaking he's quaking from fear.
All right, one more time. Are you ready?
But me,
Oh, happy ending! All right, you can pick up the 40-year-old virgin, the unrated edition DVD tomorrow. Miki, thank you so much for being
you.
here and,
Thank you,
and
brother.
everything that you did.
You're a man.
You know, speaking of unsightly hair, we have a sneak peek at G4's King Kong special coming up next.
All right.
Yeah, plus a warrior, a wizard, an elf, and a Valkyrie walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, what is this? The first 50?" Get it?
Yeah.
With all the buzz around Peter Jackson's holiday epic, it's easy to forget that King Kong has actually been picking up loose blondes since the 30s. Tonight, Icons traces the history of the mighty beast from the stop-motion puppet to the CG eye popper, snagging interviews with the likes of Jackson and Jack Black along the way. In fact, here's a little taste.
From the mind of a true adventurer.
You want to see Indiana Jones? That is Merian C. Cooper.
I think the original movie is like the greatest piece of escapist entertainment ever filmed.
It was the most expensive picture that RKO had ever made.
Time diminishes his name.
People don't really know what the story is anymore.
But he is reborn greater than ever.
And action! I've been trying it all my life. One way or the other, I've been trying to do this. I finally got it done.
This is the life of King Kong.
All right, that's enough. I said just a little taste. The whole Icons show, which is tonight at 8 p.m., I'm told is much longer than that. So there's actually more, don't worry. Now, we spend, on average, about 49 minutes and 59 seconds on video games, so you don't have to. Do you have fond memories of the pizza parlor when you were younger?
Oh my gosh,
a wee
round
little
table?
lad?
That's all I did.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Now, for me, the memories are not so much of the pizza, they're of the video games.
The arcade in the back.
Yes. Did you ever play Gauntlet, Sarah?
Did I ever play Gauntlet?
Yeah.
No, my round table had different games than that.
What'd you play? Do you remember?
Yeah, Centipede.
Okay.
And Track and Field.
That's right. That's right. And were games in color back then when you were a kid? Gauntlet 7 Sorrows from Midway is an update to the game that you don't remember from the arcades, unfortunately, because it was a great game when it first came out.
Well, but you're going to tell me about it now.
Well, I'm going to tell you about the remake, which unfortunately banks entirely on nostalgia, because while it may look pretty, right? I mean, it looks like it's a solid, competent game. It's not up to par. It just doesn't do it. And the problem is that, you know, back in the day with Gauntlet, you could play up to 4 players.
Sure.
You're running around in little mazes, collecting keys and killing ghosts and skeletons and what have you. You know, and it would talk to you. It was one of the first games that really would. The wizard needs food.
Sure.
Wizard is about to die.
So this is like a remake of a movie that disappoints because it just doesn't. It's lackluster.
Well, right. It's
to...
like if Peter Jackson's King Kong was doing the same black and white stop motion stuff, you might say, wait a minute, dude.
Yeah.
Special effects have gotten a little further.
Yeah.
This game tries to gussy you up with all sorts of crazy stuff going on in the background and big particle effects and explosions and whiz-bang magic stuff.
And that's not what you want from the Gauntlet you knew from the back room at Round Table.
I'll take it if the game had anything to do with that, with like a modern game. It's mindless button mashing. It's mindless slashing. That's all you do. You choose a character and you button mash your way through level after level. Hey, look at this cutscene. This is all you get, really. It's like a 2D drawing that they occasionally shade in for you. That's pretty much the cinematics that I saw within the first hour. Granted, hour and a half that I actually sat down and played this.
So you even gave it another 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, there's clearly,
to prove itself.
there's got to be more. And, you know, I got like 3 or 4 levels in. I upgraded my character, which is literally like pressing X at the end of the stage. But you're running from room to room, mashing X or triangle or whatever. That's all a means to an end. You're killing horde after enemy, and that's about it. Granted,
Kev, I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. If you're a GameCube user, you're in luck because it's only out on Xbox and PS2.
So you don't even have to deal with it.
Don't have to bother. It's not like it's not a choice you have to make. However, if you want to sucker a couple friends into it, it's almost a passable experience. There's the multiplayer side of things. Supports up to 4 playable characters, which is nice. And all the classic guys return. But you know, they redo the voice samples so to let you know, the wizard is dangerously low on health, or it should eat food quickly. And there's still giant turkeys and blocks of cheese lying around that you can eat, which is great. But it just doesn't have the same feel. You know, it's like they're going for the same Fast and Furious button-mashing nostalgia gameplay, but they don't take it to the next level. Which
they're not retro enough, but they're not modern enough.
Exactly. It doesn't quite know where it belongs, in my opinion. And so, normally I advise you try it or buy it, but not this time. I gotta say, unless you really like the button mashers, avoid Gauntlet like it's the bird flu.
Yeah. All right, coming up, we'll serve up news, plain and fancy in the feed. Plus, Kevin and Brendan meet Calvin and Hobbes in our holiday gift guide. It's all next.
Hey, welcome back. Now, let me remind you that instead of sitting around missing us when we're not on, you can actually check out our podcast. Just go to attackoftheshow.com, or of course you can check the iTunes podcast directory and get a hold of it there. Also, and this is a big deal, folks, this week's Boost Mobile live band, I've been talking about them forever. You're finally going to get to see them. It's Sputnik Monroe, and you'll thank me. or hate me, one of the two. Now, the holiday clock is ticking. You can hear it, right? It's a little bit louder than...
holiday clock?
Oh, well, you're hearing my biological one. But metaphorically speaking, you're hearing the holiday clock ticking.
Yes, I am, metaphorically.
And we know that the people out there, they still have several geeks on their list that they need to get presents for. Well, this week, we're going to be your source for the last-minute solutions with our Best of 2005. And we're going to kick things off with a very exciting subject, Brendan.
Books!
Books, that's right!
If you buy somebody a book, you automatically come off a lot smarter than you actually are.
Exactly. You don't even know how. You don't have to know how to read, as long as you know how to point and click and shop online.
That's what you have us for.
Exactly. And we're going to start things off with the complete Calvin and Hobbes, which it's not. You don't get this if you want to sound like the most literate one of the bunch, but it's 23 pounds.
Take you all year to get through those.
Clearly, and it has every single Calvin and Hobbes strip that was ever published. Retails for about $150, but we found it online for about $100. So
that's a good deal.
Yeah, I like the Calvin and Hobbes.
It's been a long time since the last Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great to have all of them
in one complete package, Kevin?
All 23 pounds of it.
Merry Xmas to you.
Same to you, buddy. Happy holidays. That's where we're going to get to the war on the seasons in a little bit. Right now, we're going to go to Everything Bad is Good for You. We had Steven Johnson on the show, and when I was interviewing him, I said, look, this is a brilliant read for anybody, whether or not they're into pop culture and whether or not it's actually affecting and rotting our brains, etc. I wasn't lying. It's a fantastic read. If you haven't had a chance to pick it up, you must. It really does a good job of explaining why Aqua Teen Hunger Force and daily trips to FARC.com are good for you.
What about eating garbage?
Like physical garbage?
That would be bad for you.
Right. Good point. Good point.
And,
is that
in the book?
Well, there is an exception to every rule. He doesn't cover garbage eating, but he does cover pop culture, and he does cover television and how shows like 24 are actually more complex than the Leave It to Beavers that your mom and dad probably watch. So,
and they are.
But no eating waste.
Okay.
Fantastic point. I'm going to call Steven and get right on that. Maybe the next one. Also, we have Phil on the show all the time. You can't go wrong with a Make magazine subscription. $35, and of course you can give back issues, but why not teach somebody how to make a cigar box guitar?
Make magazine is actually not very old at all.
No, it's relatively new. It's only been out a year or so now.
I think a year.
It's like 3 issues.
So you're going to look even cooler if you give somebody the Make magazine subscription.
Really, Brendan, giving a To From tag with that subscription on the back of it is enough to let people know that you get it before it gets out. And finally, Chris Ware's Acme Novelty Library. We've also talked about this one on the show, and Brendan's going to do a great Barker Beauty hand model job here. But every page is not only a work of art, but it's actually readable. There's so much fine print.
Look at all that fine print.
Look at all that tiny text. This is what you give somebody that really just has hours and hours to spend on the John. Get a magnifying glass and this book and let them comb through it.
The man who is noted as developing the graphic novel masterpiece, Jimmy Corrigan. I recommend that one as well.
He was the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
No, that was Billy Corrigan.
Oh, his brother.
That's right.
Uncle. Now, we're not done. One thing that we do want to say, avoid it like the plague. We'd rather get a lump of coal in our stocking than the war on Christmas. And really, it's just for the subtitle alone, how the liberal plot to ban the sacred Christian holiday is worse than you thought.
John Gibson, I believe, of Fox News.
What were the odds?
Let you decide.
Fair and balanced, kids. All right, you can head to our website for the links to the books that we just showed you, and stay tuned all week as we tick off the best games and DVDs and whatever else we feel like.
Now, Kevin,
how's your chest feeling?
It's got baby oil all over it now.
Oh, gross.
If you melted down the news and poured it in a candy cane mold, you'd have the feed.
Yum.
Microsoft officially launched the Xbox 360 in Japan this weekend, and the response was, how can I put this, overwhelming. A roaring crowd of 250 people wandered into Tokyo's Shibuya shopping district to witness the unveiling of the new console. Now, despite a video message from Bill Gates himself, the mood was considerably more low-key than here in the States. In fact, Shibuya store owners quoted on GameSutra.com described the atmosphere as subdued and reported that some stores only sold 50 consoles in the first 2 hours. Now, of course, the exact sales figures have yet to come out, so we'll have to wait and see exactly how well or badly the Xbox 360 sold. But since there have been 0 accounts of trampled store greeters, tough to be optimistic. I don't know. Now, for the most part, the RIAA has been having a pretty rough time making anything of their anti-illegal downloading lawsuits stick. But sometimes even the courts can't ignore a person's inalienable right to kind of be an idiot. Yeah. Chicago woman accused of illegal downloading attempted to convince the court that she only acquired the songs in order to sample them and that she actually planned on buying them at a later date. Now, the court really wasn't hearing any of that, arguing that the woman kept the songs regardless of whether she liked or disliked them. The woman was ordered to pay the RIAA $22,500. Ouch. Think that's depressing? The defendant in the case immediately following hers was all set to use his "I only bought the weed to tease the undercover cop" argument. He was pissed. Now, the man who posted false information about the Robert Kennedy assassination on Wikipedia has apologized, claiming it was all a joke that got way out of hand. The man, who's a manager at a small delivery service in Nashville, Tennessee, named Brian Chase, claimed he thought Wikipedia was a joke encyclopedia. And he posted information claiming that former Kennedy advisor John Siegenthaler was involved in the assassination just as a gag. This incident forced Wikipedia, of course, to revise its submission policy to guard against the spread of false information such as this. What we at Attack of the Show want to know is, what was the joke exactly? Hey, did you hear that Sirhan actually didn't shoot RFK? It was John Siegenthaler. Get it? Get it? What? Joke. I don't really get it. And finally, independent studio DreamWorks Film Studio, the brainchild of industry heavyweight Steven Spielberg and Jeffrey Katzenberg, David Geffen, has been purchased by Paramount Pictures. That's right. The deal, worth $1.6 billion, gives Paramount control of all DreamWorks divisions except its most profitable one, animation. Now, sure, the live-action department is pretty big. It produced Academy darlings Gladiator and American Beauty, but the animation arm turned out 2 Shrek movies that made more at the box office than Vin Diesel's entire resume. Paramount, in a statement released after the close of the deal, said it's very excited about getting to work, remaking DreamWorks' entire back catalog. That's what they do. And that's the feed. Please pass your blue books forward.
All right, in honor of the 40-Year-Old Virgin DVDs,
yes, Kevin,
we're going to hear, I'm assuming, some entirely made-up stories about how our audience lost their virginity.
How they all have sex.
Yeah, let's do it. You talk to them, because I'm a little grossed out.
Justin joins us on the phone from Temple, Georgia. Hi, Justin.
Hey.
You're the very first person who's going to tell us about your first time, so let's have at it.
Okay, well, this one time at my house, I was with this girl, and...
Liar. No, continue.
This is your first time.
I was just about to reach a happy ending when my friend walked in, and he made this loud noise that scared the crap out of me, and I let go all over the girl.
Ah. All right. All right.
Wow, I'm trying to, okay.
What was the, well, now, and just out of curiosity, what was the noise your buddy made? Was he cheering you
friend
on?
Walks in, let go.
I want to hear, what was the, I guess we lost, did we lose him? Hello? Oh, man, I want to, what is his buddy walk in? Like, what kind of a loud noise does a buddy make when he walks in? Woo! Like, is it that, or was it like a guttural thing? Like, that's a trick you use to lure him into, well, never mind.
That was kind of a weird story, but let's go into the next one.
That was a great story. I just wanted to hear more, and we lost him.
David joined us on the phone from Suwanee, Georgia. Did I get that right, David?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, David, it was your first time.
Yes.
Paint a picture for us.
All right. It happened at the back of the mall. Like, this was like at the end of, like, the mall was about to close down.
You were in the back of the mall, like where the garbage cans
Normally it's like
are?
the bar's about to close, but for him it's like, no, the Orange Julius was the only stand left, so I had to take her.
Everyone's kind of staggering out.
Yeah,
thinking,
so mall's closing.
Nah, this was in my mom's car, like at the back
your
of the mall.
mom's car in back of the mall.
Right.
This is getting better.
I'm assuming your mom was shopping, I hope.
Nah, it wasn't that like that. It was
Station wagon, real plush.
I took her, out and whatnot, and we came back, and like at the back of we liked each other for a long time. So, like, it was less like...
All right, you liked each other, you had sex in the back of the car, I'm assuming that's where that story goes.
I think so.
Look, I want to hear it. We just don't have 15 minutes to hear about how, she got caught on the stick shift, and we had to fumble around a little bit.
We were thinking it was going to be a lot like, never did it.
Yeah.
We've got these long, complicated stories. We weren't really expecting these.
Yeah, wow.
We're not really mature enough to handle them, really.
Clearly not. That got dirty real fast. Ugh. Can I erase that from my TiVo?
Please.
Mere moments from now, Sarah Lane emerges from the depths of the internet bearing her usual and unusual gems. When Attack of the Show holla's back.
Holla back, holla back. Could it be the last Verizon broadband battle of 2005? It is, which means you either log on with us this Thursday or you're banned from our buddy list all next year.
right.
That's right. We'll have Quake 4 loaded up and ready to go, so all you have to do is bring your love of everything and a strong bladder. Hey, we move quickly around here, so don't expect us to wait up. To register, go to our website and click on Join Our LAN Party, and that's where you get all the details and all the links to get yourself started. And we'll see you Thursday for our LAN Party. I hope, or we won't be your friend anymore. Now, kindly escort any small children out of the room because it's time for My Gems of the Internet. Kevin, yes?
I love that we give them a warning for the gems of the internet, but not for the phone calls about...
I know, I know. Much more disturbing.
Yeah, you know,
I'll try to make this
things,
as disturbing,
folks.
but I don't think it's possible. Kevin, let's get right to it. Have you ever tried to put something into a jar that just wouldn't fit?
You know, we did a
And
web
that's not a
server trick
euphemism
once.
for anything.
We did a web server trick once, but
it did.
worked. It totally worked.
But that's because his ass wasn't made of glass.
No idea what you're talking
These
about now.
bottles are.
You-
Let's check out impossible objects put into glass containers. For example,
Wow.
look at a pack of cards, scissors, some keys, and looks like a lock of some kind. How'd you get it in the small opening? One can only guess.
Wait, so where's the part where the website does something cool? Like, does something pop out, or...?
This is cool. No. I mean, look at this. This is how would you get a German
all right,
dictionary
I'll give
through
them
the
that.
small opening?
Well, that
of
looks
this
like
jar?
it could fold up and be stuffed. Now, I know how they do, like, the sailboats. They collapse the sails, and they put it in. But there was one that had a deck of cards, right? That you just showed that one, I think, right?
Yeah. You want to see that one again?
No,
How
I'm good.
baseball in a mail jar. How'd you get the baseball? You can't collapse a baseball,
But it looks
Kev.
like it could fit in there.
It does not.
But it does, too.
It does not.
Look, measure
All right,
it with
all
your
right.
eyes.
You don't like my first gem.
I don't, but you always start off slow, and then you get... well, I'm
That's
saying...
what you think.
Oh.
Everybody out there loves my gems. Okay, well, we'll go to the next one. Now, Kevin, when you are buried by me,
Not going to be buried.
you probably have an idea of what you want your coffin to look like, right?
Sure.
Sure, and that's why this next site is going to help you out a lot. You have skinnable coffins here. It's from Australia, and they've got a variety of colors. You know, you've got sort of an island theme.
Those look
You've
like
got some
360
flowers.
faceplates. That's
According
awesome.
to the site, everything's environmentally sound.
Of course.
You know, to take a look at one, you know, here's sort of a story of the EnviroBoard that they use as the coffin. It's I don't know, man. I don't know.
Really?
Well, you know what one I actually really like,
What?
though, is let's just say you don't find one you like. Here's one. It's a do-it-yourself canvas. So you get the coffin, you make it all nice and pretty,
Sure.
and then when you go down into the ground, it's all you.
It's all
you know?
man.
It was all
That's
came
great.
from up here.
I want one that makes it look like I'm clawing at the top of the box. You know?
Because you're buried alive.
Yeah, that kind of pose.
Yeah.
It could be good.
I know. We'll ask them
not.
about this.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know if they have that.
Maybe that wouldn't be good, Sarah.
I don't know.
Maybe that wouldn't be a good idea at all.
And finally, Kevin, remember Geek Fantasies?
Very well.
It was,
That was,
our little
man,
Geek
whoever did
Fantasies.
that was brilliant.
Well, it was
by the
us.
way.
It was us. It was sort of our little, like, let's make nerdiness and girls go together and, you know, lick PSPs and that whole thing. Now, we've got some competition. Girls with networking equipment, Kevin. That's right. These are girls who touch, fondle, and kiss networking equipment.
Yes.
For example, you know, here's she's sort of, you know, holding a server of some kind, and she's
is that a
pretty
switch?
cute.
Looks like a switch to me.
Set of knockers.
Yeah.
Next
Sorry?
one is
Is that a technical term?
somebody holding something close to
Who cares?
another region.
Yeah, all right.
And then it gets even weirder. You know, looks like she's about to snip some,
Oh, wow, yeah.
snip a cable.
Crimp those cables.
There's bra.
Whoa.
There's bra, and I don't really know what that is.
What? I can't.
It sort of
looks like some sort of
something,
heat sink or something.
Yeah, like something you wash your clothes on, maybe. And finally, even a little girl-on-girl action.
Yeah.
And a server.
That-
I don't know what that third girl's doing.
Can I just put it
She's
out
sort of
there?
posing.
The best gem of the internet I've ever seen, Sarah Lane.
Really, Kevin?
You
Is
pull
that
out
all
the
it
stops.
takes?
That's
Is
all
that
it takes.
takes?
Oh wait, was
Now
it
you know
cards
how
in
to
a
make
bottle
me
or
happy.
3 chicks in a router? Thank you.
You were so difficult with
I'm
the
going
first
with the
one.
Cisco.
Big things in small bottles. How did you do it?
Because if it would involve chicks and hardware, then I'd have been like, yeah, you fit it in there somehow.
All right,
What?
all right. Take a cold shower there, Skippy.
Sorry.
You can find my gem links plus gems of yesteryear at attackoftheshow.com.
All right. Hey, there's still more show left in here somewhere.
There is?
Yes, author Cy Timoney. He's like a more approachable MacGyver, and he's going to provide us with sneakier uses for everyday things. Think about that during this. Just into the woods and try not to scream. Plus, we follow the world's leading drunk Sarah Lane into the lush and, well, we try not to hurl. And finally, if you shelled out for the original Sin City DVD release, then DV Tuesday has some very bad news for you. That's the next attack of the show, if you want it. Author of the book Sneakier Uses for Everyday Things, Cy Timoney has everything you need the next time your mortal enemy attacks you. in your kitchen. Sai, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now, how did you get into all this stuff here?
My parents bought me science kits and comic books when I was a kid, and combined, you get a lot of crazy ideas.
So you weren't like, they weren't sneaking off to the supermarket and you were disassembling Dad's radio and his 8-track player to make it signal alien life forms or anything?
A little bit of that too.
Oh yeah, did you get in trouble for that?
They never knew.
Okay, good. So did you always fix the stuff once it was broken at that point?
Tried to fix things the best that I could, and if it didn't work out, then.
All right, you know, you're close to a real-life MacGyver, but one of the things that you brought is a milk ring.
Yes.
Which, you know, I've let many gallons of milk curdle in my refrigerator for far longer than I'd expect. And while it was chunky and delicious, might I add, I never had a wearable piece of jewelry out of it. How did you get it into this form?
Yeah, you just take milk, bring it up to a simmer, add a few drops of vinegar to it, and you'll see a clump to the top. Pour it through a strainer, and you have plastic that you can mold and let it dry for a few days and make it into a shape like a ring.
Now I could easily see how if you're at a bar, this is clearly the best way to pick up the women before the night's over.
They love that.
Have you seen my milk ring? Would you like to touch it, etc.? But what else can you do with this? What are some practical uses?
You can make it decorative. You can make it the back case of something that fell off. If you need some plastic for any reasons, and if you take a little magnet, glue it to the top of it, you can do more with it.
All right, so we've got our magnet glued on our milk ring here. I'll put that on. Easy.
Now you got a power ring.
Now, okay, I understand. Like, but what are we going to do with the magnet? Like, I understand I can, you know, maybe make some milk ring brass knuckle type stuff and knock somebody out. But this was something cool here. You said it's like a currency detector, if you will.
Yeah, real currency has iron in the ink. So if you're wary of getting a bill at Christmas time, just bring a magnet near currency. And real currency will be attracted to the magnet.
Sucks right on it. So that's the perfect way to alienate all your aunts and uncles. When you hold on a second, let me just test that aunt.
That's right.
You pull out her 100 that she gave you and make sure it attracts, right?
Yeah. And you can also take a toy, something like that. I used to start my car this way.
With a milk ring.
With a milk ring, aiming at the dashboard. Just
and
like
so like this,
aiming.
come here, look at that. We can actually power up the toy on and off. Now, how do you mod it so that a magnet turns it on?
Paper clip and aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is not attracted to a magnet. Paper clip is, and it comes right in there and makes a switch, a magnetically sensitive switch.
Wow. So this is, other people are out hot wiring cars, you're pouring milk into them and using magnets to get them started.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Everything you already have around the house.
All right. Well, now this is something for when you're out of your house, though, because I understand that this is great. Like if we get trapped in someone's garage sale, we're going to know how to get out and how to kill everybody in the room. But let's say we're on the go, we're now not in our element. You have a survival watch that can pretty much get us through anything, right?
Yeah, I just took a 99-cent store watch, and I believe that when you travel, even going from LA to San Francisco or LA to San Diego, why not carry some emergency items with you, like duct tape, a flashlight, dental floss,
now you're
things like that.
These are all things that you've got packed away inside of this little watch here.
Tiny little 99-cent watch, Band-Aids,
Prove me wrong,
because
I don't believe you yet.
All the items are right in that watch.
Oh, wow, they really
You
are.
have the whole survival kit. You got duct tape, you have Band-Aid under here, you have mints for sugar, your antibacterial tablet. You
Some
have a cup.
MDMA?
Yeah, you have a cup made out of a baggie, and you have an antibacterial tablet so you can swish it around with water instead of drinking bad water. You even have a survival sheet, Morse code and things like that on you're not going to remember. All the things you need for survival, match heads,
So all this
flashlight.
stuff inside of a little 99-cent store watch.
Yep, survival kit right in a watch.
Good to go. Now, has this actually saved you? Have you ever been caught in a situation or?
I used a flashlight once. It's
Really?
a little LED.
Where's this flash?
There's an LED and a watch battery, and that becomes a flashlight.
All right.
Right here.
And you use the flashlight to find the 4,000 things that fell out of your watch when you opened it up?
That's right. You get stuck in an elevator, something like that, you got a flashlight right there.
Great. That's awesome. All right. So the watch works. I buy that. And now we've shown off like e-vests. You know, I don't know if you've heard of Scott's e-vest. It's like this $500 jacket that you can buy that has all sorts of pouches and little hidden compartments for iPods and whatever else, or smuggling children across borders. You've got your own jacket.
Right. This jacket is a typical jean jacket that everybody has.
Sure.
It has all sorts of gadgets in it. It has a magnet in there, just like that magnet watch.
Right.
Built right on a retractable keypad, and it can actually test the money.
So if you have a normal fear of dollars and you constantly have to test them when you're using them, wear that.
On the other side, you have a mirror, so you can, if you're in an ATM, you can see who's behind you, things
Very
like
nice.
that.
Or you're on an escalator. You just kind of do one of those.
For survival purposes, just have a pull-out pouch like that. It's just jean material with Velcro on it.
Okay.
Say if you're really stuck out overnight, you have an aluminum tent. You have a little hand warmer that you just pop open and it becomes hot. And with a little car motor from a car and a little AA battery, now you have a little fan goes against the hand warmer inside the tent, heats up the whole tent. So you have a heated tent with you right in the jacket.
See, I thought we were going to make some sort of fleshlight with this, because when you say aluminum and a hand warmer and a motor, I'm thinking, hey, this is going to be a party. But I understand survival is also very important. So
yeah.
That's cool. What else do you have? There was something, maybe it's what you have next, but I don't want to.
Voice recorder built in case you want to tape your friends.
Oh, wow. So blackmail everybody with one little pouch?
Even when you take the jacket off and you walk away from the jacket, have a walkie-talkie in the pocket. This is the whole walkie-talkie here.
That's great.
That way I can listen to what's going on.
That's fantastic.
You can always hear.
So did you hear all the crap that I was talking in the green room when you walked away?
Or? Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey.
It was okay.
Okay, good. We were testing it for the segment. So this is all stuff that you've compiled, just in this book here. Is there one favorite thing, one thing that you can pick out? I know it might be hard. It's like picking a child. But
there's a radio control right in here, and there's a secret pocket that if you need something really fast, you can pull it out, and you have something in the palm of your hand.
Nice. The next time you're playing the Texas Hold'em, make sure you've got this jacket on.
That's right.
Si, excellent stuff. Thanks for coming on and showing it off. We appreciate it. Very, very inventive stuff, man. To build your own MacGyver-like devices, you have to check out Si's website at sneakyuses.com, and be sure to pick up his book, Sneakier Uses for Everyday Items. There's some really, really great stuff in there, folks. Now, keep it where it is, because we're reading viewer mail and cutting you a big slice of chat room loaf right after this. Don't forget, after this week, there will be no more new shows until 2006. Relax. In the meantime, you can soak up our best of shows.
What's the matter with you?
Yay. Watch out for Attack of the Sketch, a collection of our favorite goofy skits and show opens, and Attack of the WTF, in which we run down the show's worst moments. Just be warned.
It's a lot there.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour special. It may not be for the faint of heart, so just pay attention and be careful.
Okay.
There you go. Before we get to the chat, though.
Pay attention and be careful.
Well, it's just, pay attention, just be careful, because it's there's some bad stuff in there, folks.
All right.
Can we check in on Brendan's chest? I don't know if that's inappropriate, but I mean, how you doing?
Let's see.
Well,
how's it going?
It's kind of pink
it's
and
splotchy.
Oh, man.
Be honest.
Oh,
yeah. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt as bad. The problem is I'm gonna go have to home. And
why does it look so oily?
I have baby oil on it.
Yeah.
After the segment, she's like, "Come here, Brendan," and she rubbed me down.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice.
Nice once over? Yeah, I bet. All right, let's see what's going on in the old IRC chat room, shall we?
Okay, first question from Duck Soup. Would Kevin or Brendan ever wax their bodies for a woman?
I believe it's just common courtesy. You got to keep it groomed. Got to keep it trimmed.
Kevin, what are you looking like under there?
There's nothing under this hood.
Come on, Kevin.
I'm a 10-year-old boy under here.
Really?
But I have been known to do a topiary or two in my time.
A what?
Not in the chestal region, though. Next question.
Wow.
What did you just say?
A topiary.
I don't even know what that is.
Like when you trim a hedge into the shape of a goat or a giraffe.
Oh, manscaping.
Yeah, manscape.
Oh,
That's
sure.
all.
Yeah, we've all manscaped.
Come on.
All right, let's move on, really. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be the only girl. Croesus wants to know, do the hosts prefer kung fu or samurai movies?
Oh, I like the kung fu movies.
What's the major difference? Swords versus karate?
I'm very much more of a samurai kind of a girl.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is it for the decapitation or just because you like clean, shining objects?
It's not the decapitation so much. I like it better than...
All right, fair enough.
You know?
You
gotta go, hoo-ah.
Yeah.
You do it.
And I'm not good at that, see? I'd much rather have a sword and decapitate.
Done. Next question.
Striker 10. What will the host miss most about 2005? Oh, there's so much. Striker 10. Where do we start? I'm gonna miss.
Don't look at me. I got nothing. What happened in 05? I don't remember. Did we make television or something?
It's hard. All the years seem to run together.
By.
Yeah.
Went by real fast.
What's gonna change?
Nothing. I mean, you write a different number on your checks. It's no big deal.
Nothing ever changes.
2006.
I guess that's the.
This is kind of a bunk year.
It really was.
Now that I think about it.
05 sucked. I'm glad to get rid of it.
This year was crappy. Bring on 06. All right, we're done.
Any resolutions?
Resolutions? Yeah.
Yeah?
They never go anywhere.
All right. How about we just end the show? Why don't we put everybody out of their misery? Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thanks to our guests, Miki Mia and Ty Timoney.
Cy Timoney.
Sorry, Cy. It's
Bye,
Monday.
everyone.
Computers on Attack of the Show provided by Intel. Game on. Power up. Take control with the Intel Pentium Processor Extreme Edition.